Yes, guys, what's going on? Today I'm talking to you from the beautiful Da Nang Beach. This is the city that you can see behind me. And yeah, as you can see, there's beautiful scenic views on a Sunday night. I'm not sure when this video is being released, but it doesn't matter because the topic of this video is about how you can find your purpose, or at least how you can get on the path to finding your purpose. Now, this is something that I've been very invested in over the last few months, but it is something that I've been invested in perhaps all my life, really, because I've always been trying to find my purpose. And I think this is a human instinct. It's a very human tendency to try and just find out what life's purpose is. So what I've realized from doing a lot of research and reading a lot of books and just reflecting on myself is, a few major points which I want to talk about today. So maybe this will help one person viewing this video today. Now, the reason why I'm doing it at the beach is because the very first thing I want to talk about is using your time well in order to find a purpose. So one of the main things that we struggle with is reflecting inside. And the thing is about your purpose is that it is inherently within you. And if you do not give yourself time to reflect inside yourself and to figure out what truly it is that you are put on this earth for, then you are going to be bombarded with other people's purpose and other people's content and other people's point of views and opinions that will veer you off path. So it's very important that you spend time disciplining yourself and getting away from, most of all, technology, not just social media, but just technology generally. So giving yourself space and time to be able to reflect by removing, gaming, Nintendos, PlayStations, Xbox, Switch, that kind of stuff, all your gaming stuff, your Twitch streams, social media, of course, I think that's a very obvious one, as well as television and Netflix and things like that. Because all of these things are bombarding you and they're stealing your attention away from what is inherently within. And if you can't reflect on yourself, then you're going to struggle. Now, one of the best ways I found to be able to do this is by taking long walks. And so right now I'm living in Vietnam, in Da Nang. I'm not just here on holiday. I've been here for a few months and I plan to stay here for another few months because I find it's given me a lot of peace and it's been able to provide me with that time and quietness and calmness to look within and reflect within myself. And so taking walks has enabled me to really truly reflect on what is deep inside. So my point here is, guys, is that it's Sunday night. What you could be doing right now is out partying, or you could be out with your family or something like that. And those are, each to their own. I wouldn't recommend partying on a Sunday night, but maybe if you're with your family and things like that. But you have to give yourself time and space to be able to reflect on yourself. Going for walks like this on the beach with beautiful water that you could look at, being in nature is one of the best ways to do that. And just removing yourself from social media and things. I know right now I'm making a video for you guys, but I've been walking and I do this daily. So yeah, that's one of the main points, is being able to reflect inside. Now, the second thing is you have to look at or identify what you are drawn to most. And so this typically has been occurring throughout your life. You just don't know it and you just don't recognize it and identify it. So one example would be some of the jobs that you guys have had, right? Throughout your life, maybe you've just done jobs to make money. And oftentimes that's what we need to do, is just to make money. But you could have done any job in order to make that cash, right? So you've been guided by something outside of yourself that's led you in that path. Or, more realistically, is something within inside you has been guiding your intentions and your choices. And that really is based on your own identity and your belief systems and your values. So you've chosen those jobs, you've gone and invested your time and put effort into attacking those jobs and going down that path, and you've learned from the experiences. Not all of us stay in jobs, I've been in jobs myself where I've absolutely hated it, but I've got really good life lessons from being within those positions, and it's led me to where I am today, where I can, work from pretty much anywhere from my laptop, which is something I want you guys to be able to do. Maybe it's not part of your purpose to be able to work from your laptop, but based on where the world is going, guys, I really do think that almost every single person on the planet needs to have the ability and the knowledge and the education to be able to make money out of their passion and what their purpose is. That might be something to do with, teaching kids or looking after kids or just being a good mum. But you can still make money from that, right? Because you can teach other people to do the same thing as what you are passionate about. So this way you can monetize who you are. You can build a brand around who you are and what your purpose is. And you can live a life of fulfillment. And that is ultimately what we want to do here. Hopefully the camera angles are not messing around with you. It's very hard to keep my arms straight whilst I am talking. We'll try and move it around a little bit. So yeah, these are the main things that you have to be able to identify. Now, you won't be able to reflect on this if you don't give yourself that time and space. And so that's why I find going for those walks is one of the best ways for you to find your purpose. because it allows you to really think. Sometimes it might take you 20 minutes, 1 hour, it might even be a 2-hour walk. Sometimes you might have to do it multiple times a day or regularly. In fact, I like to go for walks just to break up my day, my work day, because I sit at my desk all the time working, right? And if I'm not working, I'm usually out collaborating or making content or, just eating or something like that, going to the gym. You don't always get time to yourself. So you want to be able to position yourself in an area or a place where you do get your time for yourself. Many of us are so worried about being alone and to have that quiet time, and it's such a shame, because that is what is actually preventing you from finding deep down what it is that you are here to do, rather, right? So yeah, these are some of the main points that I wanted to go over today, guys. Your value system is guiding you at all times. The reason why you chose those jobs, the reason why you've made those decisions, the reason why you're here in this position right now today is because of the value systems and the choices you have made that has been guiding you from the day you were born. You're already going in that direction. Sometimes the choices you make were the wrong choices, but then it allows you to know and identify that that is the wrong path, so you can get on the right path. You're not always going to make the right choices, right? You're not always going to create or start a business that you were meant to do. You're not always going to be in a career or a job that you were meant to be doing. Sometimes you're in a totally wrong one, but you need to have made that choice and to been through that experience in order to know specifically which way you're going. And it's just a process of elimination, essentially. Your purpose is deep within inside you. It's based on your entire value system, your belief system, and the identity of who you are. Identity is another big one. I recommend you guys read a book by Tony Robbins called Awakening Giant Within. It will at least get you on the right path in understanding this. There's a few other experts that I can recommend. I'll do that in another video or in future videos. Give yourself the opportunity to be on your own so that you can reflect. This is why people say to do meditation and journaling and things like that, because it allows you to reflect inside. Those things are all great, but really what it comes down to, guys, is just actually dedicating time to being away from technology, going out in nature. I was always someone that never used to do this, to be honest. I like living in cities and things like that, but since being here in Da Nang, I've really truly understood what that means, and the peaceful side of it. Your environment makes such a big difference on where you are. If you can't get out of the environment that you're in, if you can't find nature, then you just kind of have to do something else in order to give you back that time, right? And people can do it. It's called prisoners, right? They go in cells and they don't have any technology or anything to do, and then they have massive deep reflection. That's why a lot of people get into religion once they're in prison. So if you want to go to the extreme, is just act like a prisoner in your own bedroom or something like that. But ideally, get out of the city, go enjoy, go to the beach, or if you've got some money, go traveling, go live in Bali, Da Nang, Thailand. Go to a location that not a lot of people would go to. That would be my recommendation. So therefore, you can actually be in a place that's quiet and give you that solitude, however you pronounce it, right? I mean, right now, there's a lot of people out here on the beach. I don't know if you can truly see them. It's getting darker. But for me, it's good because not everyone here speaks English. So I can just be out in public talking like this. It doesn't really bother me. Like, they don't understand what I'm saying. If they're looking, it is what it is. It gives me that peace of mind and that solitude. So yeah, guys, hopefully this has helped you out. Purpose is always something that we're moving towards throughout our life. Even when you think you found it, sometimes it's actually pushing you towards something else as well, right? So, it's just about believing and trusting in yourself and just going in a direction that you are pulled towards. You get attracted to it or pulled towards it, kind of like a magnet, and we just don't realize it because we don't give us time. We don't give ourselves time to think, rather. So yeah, hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. Got any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.